developments. An arrest made in the murder of a 91-year-old man. His body set on fire.
I was actually outside when someone pulled off with his car.
But now, sources telling us it's this teen in custody who spoke with Action News just hours after the crime.
And that 17-year-old was the victim's next-door neighbor.
Yeah, and tonight, the teen's grandfather talking about the gruesome crime and how he turned his grandson in to talk to police.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig spoke with him. So, did the grandfather have any relationship with the elderly victim, Kim?
He really did. They were actually close. George Stewart II says he often helped Paul Munchnick. He even took his garbage out every week, and he's hoping and praying his grandson was not involved in his murder.
I sincerely pray and hope my grandson had nothing to do with this heinous crime.
But when relatives of 17-year-old George Stewart IV saw this surveillance video of the suspect in the murder of their next-door neighbor, they admitted to police they saw similarities to young George. And after Detroit police raided their home early this morning looking for the teenager, his grandfather and other relatives later brought him to police.
We turned him in. We escorted him, took a total homicide that we would bring him in. I took him down to homicide, accompanied by his uncle, his mother.
Around 3 a.m. yesterday, 91-year-old Paul Munchnick was found dead in an arson at the Detroit home he's lived in for decades. And now it turns out the young suspect police were looking for is George Stewart IV, who moved in next door just days ago to live with his grandparents.
Unfortunately, he came down here about 4 or 5 days ago. I haven't had a lot of interaction with him over the years because he lived in Romulus. He's my grandson, you know. He was a star athlete. To my knowledge, he had never been in any other trouble.
The 17-year-old even commenting about the killing to Action News just hours after Paul Munchnick's body was found.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. It was real crazy. I wouldn't think nobody would do that to a 91-year-old. It I wouldn't think it was possible.
Right now, I'm worried about Paul's family, my grandchild. I still love him unconditionally. The statement that Paul's father made about getting the punks off the street, I've always agreed with. You know, I'm sorry that I'm here talking to you guys. I hope no other grandfather, father, or parent have to go through this tragedy. It's a tragedy for Paul. It's a tragedy for my family, too.
And this is the Stewart's home that was raided this morning, and sources say they did find evidence that links the teen to the crime. Still no word on any charges. Reporting live, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News. Back to you.
Wow, Kim, thank you so much.